Hi, this is Yolanda Van Veen with howtogardenvideos.com, and today we're going to talk about different sustainable vegetables that you should grow. So whether you're a prepper or you're a survival gardener or you just want to garden the old-fashioned way, there's some simple rules on deciding which types of vegetables to grow. So the most important vegetable that you can grow is corn, and corn is a three-sister. So a long time ago, and even back when they gardened 200 years ago, they followed the rule of thumb that you start your garden with the three sisters. They're sustainable in that most of it can be stored and used over the winter. So the corn is used and it makes large stalks, whereas the beans will grow up those stalks. And so it'll be the basis, it'll create a vertical garden naturally. Also, you want to include lots of different types of squash and gourds. They're very easy to grow, they store for a long time. You can make pies, you can make breads, you can eat the seeds. They're very sustainable for the future. Once you have your three sisters, you want to concentrate on root vegetables. Those are any types of plants or vegetables that grow under the ground. And they're also good because they store for a long time. They'll store not quite as long as a lot of the three sisters, but they'll store for a long time over the winter. Radishes and beets are always a good choice. Turnips store for a long time. Onions as well, they're very nutritious and good for you. And we've got garlic. Garlic's great because it's got a lot of medicinal qualities and it stores very well. And potatoes, as we know, the Irish lived on potatoes and survived and did not survive famines because they didn't have potatoes. So there's many different types of potatoes, red and golden potatoes, but when designing and deciding which plants to grow in your sustainable garden, don't forget potatoes. Root vegetables are great too because they don't need a lot of water. So if you have a long period of drought and you can't naturally get water out to your garden, a lot of your root vegetables will survive where your salad vegetables will not. Now we have our salad or our summer vegetables, and these lots of times will produce through the fall, and they're your third level of selecting your vegetables and fruits should go into your salad and your fruit gardens. Peppers are great because you can make pepper jellies and you can dry them very well. They're great for repelling insects. They've got lots of medicinal uses as well. Apples, of course, an apple a day will keep the doctor away. So if we were to ever have a situation where there was a famine, apples would be very, very important. So make sure to add some fruit trees in with your vegetable and fruit garden because fruits are what will sustain you for years. Green onions, Brussels sprouts, and cauliflowers, and different types of tomatoes. This is getting into November, so they're very small. They're great because they can be canned, sometimes it can be dried or frozen, but if you're in a situation where you cannot freeze vegetables, then they would not last. So as far as your survival garden goes and your sustainable gardening goes, make sure and add lots of different types of salad and vegetables that don't store a long time just because they're good to barter with and they're very good to add to your diet. Remember that sustainable gardening is growing what you like to eat. So if you're now spending a lot of money on baby tomatoes or now spending a lot of money on garlic at the grocery store, make sure and add those plants to your sustainable garden. And really plan ahead so that you have your three sisters, your salad, and your vegetable garden and fruit garden covered.